Hi everyone, this is Kruti J. Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject Analog and Digital Communication System. So friends, in the last video, we learned about the various digital aspects of the communication, the various tools, the various techniques which we learn. We have also learned about the component that is required for the transmission of the digital signals. Now, if we want to visualize that particular signals, if there is a inter-symbol interference is there or not, we want to check about the signal to noise ratio. So the visual aspects of the particular component that can be possible by using the things, that is the eye diagram. It is an important tool in the communication. An eye pattern, that is also known as the eye diagram, in an oscilloscope display in which the digital signal from a receiver is repetitively sampled and it is applied to the vertical input of the CRO, while the data rate is used to trigger the horizontal switch. The name eye pattern that was given from its resemblance to the human eye for the binary waves. Now, the general method for the synchronization. Now here in this diagram you can see the waveform. It is the waveform of the NRZ we learned. So that for the 10110110110001, the width of the pulse that we are saying that it is the TD. So now, while we want to see all this data onto the CRO, you can see that the horizontal part, okay, that gives me the idea about the width of the pulse, and the vertical, that is the amplitude of that pulse. So here you can see that such kind of the waveform, okay, that we will see, okay, onto the CRO. Similarly, as we know that the many times the real input data that may not be the identical form like this. So it can be the noise would be there in the signal. So we can represent our data that is in the form of the 1011011001 and the data could be look like this. While you will draw the eye diagram or while you will display all the data onto the CRO, it may be look like this. So what is it? When you will see the shape of all these wave onto the CRO, it may be look like the eye. Now this waveform that is for the one bit. Similarly for the other bit we will get the waveform that is like this. Again over it, so that the shape of that could be exactly as the human eye. Here in the last diagram, you can the data and the representation of the data if you will see, then you can see that the such kind of the waveform that always we have onto the CRO, and it looks like the eye pattern. So that is why it is known as the eye diagram. Now, this is the particular shape which we observe onto the CRO. Here you can see that the lines you can see. The lines, okay, that are what? So that is for the binary 0 as well as the binary 1 input. You can see that over here, the vertical line that is shown. What is it? It is known as the opening of the eye. So the interior region of the eye pattern is called the eye opening. So when the maximum eye opening is there, the ISI intersymbol interference that is less. But while you go with this side as well as this side, what happens? The eye opening that is decreases. And as the eye opening that is less, we can say that there is a interference. So this way we can have the idea about the ISI, the effect of the noise or the amount of the noise or the signals in the case of the digital transmission. So it is a very important tool in the communication. Another thing that is, we can also have the idea about the jitter. It is the small short-term variation of the instant of the digital signals from its ideal position, and which may lead to the data error. So variation in the digital signal, okay, and due to that the data error will come, so that the effect of the ISI increases and traces from the upper portion to the lower portion of the eye opening increases and eye gets completely closed. And if ISI is very high, so eye pattern that provides the following information about the particular system. Actual eye pattern are used to estimate the bit error rate and the signal to noise ratio. The width of the eye opening that defines the time interval over the received wave can be sampled without error from the ISI. The instant of the time when the eye opening is wide will be preferred time for doing the sampling, and the rate of the closure of the eye that is according to the sampling time, and that defines the how sensitive the system that is to the timing error. The height of the eye opening at a specified sample time that defines the margin over the noise. So this is about the eye diagram. Next is PAM, M-array baseband signaling for the higher data rate. Now the information that is suppose the IM is transmitted by the AM array symbol. Now as we know that the one bit which would be transmitted in case of the various digital carrier system. If we want to transmit the data at the higher rate, then we need to select the AM array symbols, and that is IM is equal to log m base 2 bits. So that is why the transmitted power that is increased as m square. So here it is what? Instead of transmitting the 1 by 1 bit, here we have a symbol. So it is the 1 1, that is the one symbol, 0 1 1 0 0 0. So this way we can transmit the data in form of the symbols. So here you can see that this is the whole diagram of the data, fine, and here it is in form of the symbols. So that is why this way we can transmit the higher number of bits over the communication channel. Next is the digital carrier system. Now in transmitting and receiving the digital carrier signals, what we need? We need a modulator and we need a demodulator. For these two devices, modulator and a demodulator, they are usually packed in a one unit, and which is referred to as a modem for a two-way communication. As we know that nowadays we are using the modem in our home, okay, and which can use for both the tasks, that is the mom in modem and dem in the demodulator. Normally three types types of the digital carrier system: ASK, PSK and the FSK. Basic category of the digital carrier system are two. One is the amplitude modulation and another one is using the angle modulation. What is the ASK? Suppose we have the carrier signal cos omega CT and the modulating signal that is MT. Then the ASK signal that is MT into cos omega CT. Now here we are using the pulses. Okay, when we have the digital data. So it comes into the category of the digital modulation technique. Here you can see that this is the carrier signal and it is the upper input signal. Fine. So this is the modulating signal and analog signals are converted into the digital form and we have the data bits that are the 10, 11, 000 and 1. 1 mean the pulse and 0 mean no output. Okay. So in the ASK signal, what we have? We have the ASK output that is for the one, whatever the amplitude of the signal. Okay. So for the one, the maximum amplitude. Okay. For this. Okay. So for the 0, there is no output. So in the ASK, the 1 mean the maximum, whatever the amplitude of the carrier signal, that remain as it is. And for the 0, there is no output. So this is the way we have the ASK. Similarly, the phase shift key. The phase shift key for the two data, binary two data, that is 0 and 1. Total phase shift is 360 degree. So we have the two binary data. So it is 360 divided by 2. So for the 1, we can have the 0 degree phase shift. And we can keep the 180 degree phase shift for the 0 data. So here in the diagram you can see that the carrier signal as previous. For the 1, whatever the data that is multiplied with the MT with the carrier signal. So you can see that the carrier signal which will be present in form of the analog signal, okay, and with the 0 phase shift. Now for the 0 data you can see that it starts, okay, from this the 180 degree phase shift. Okay, so this way you can see over here that while my 1 data will finish, again the next 0. So 0 degree phase shift. So you may see that over here that we have a phase shift, while the data will change from 1 to 0 or the 0 to 1. So we have selected over here that 1 means the 0 degree and the 0 for 180 degree. Okay. So it is about the PSK. FSK, frequency shift key. So what could be the rule for this? Then we will select the high frequency, okay, for 1 and the 0, the low frequency, okay. So that is why you can see over here that for the 1, the frequency that is selected, that is the different one, okay, and for the 0, the frequency we have selected, that is different. So this way the data that can be differ from its frequency. Okay, in case of the ASK, amplitude, in case of the PSK, phase shift, and in case of the FSK, it is about the phase shift. Okay, so this way we have the digital carrier system, okay, and we have the output for it. Okay, so thank you very much everyone.